Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo here, and today's video topic comes from a viewer question, and the topic is there a shortcut I can take in my case? In other words, can I go to my doctor, have him write a note saying what future treatment I need, and then just settle my case and make sure my case amount that I get in my settlement takes into account that future medical care, right? So that's actually what I would call a shortcut that you should never do. You should never do that. So I understand why somebody would want to do that. I can understand it perfectly well. You don't want to wait, you know? So if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that what I tell people is you got to wait until you're better or until your treatment is plateaued, meaning more medical care or another surgery or more treatment is not going to help you. You're not going to get better. It'll treat your symptoms, but your actual underlying physical medical problem isn't going to get better from more medical treatment. It's just something that you have to live with and treat the pain, right? Once you're at that point, then we order all the medical records and try and get it out to the doctor. And the reason why I say that is, let's say you need a surgery in the future. I've been involved in lots of injury cases where it looks like they need one surgery, and then once they have that one surgery, they're going to be okay. They'll be able to go back to work. They'll go back to their normal life activities, right? Well, it doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. I've been a lawyer on a lot of cases and consulted with a lot of people where they have one surgery, and guess what? It doesn't solve their problem. They need a second surgery. They need a third surgery. The other thing is, what are your outcomes from a surgery? Sometimes you'll have a surgery and you're, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 as far as your recovery. You're great. You got no pain or almost no pain, and things are fantastic. However, it doesn't always work that way. In fact, a lot of people can have a bad outcome after surgery where they have almost as much pain or even more pain after one surgery. So the problem is, think about it. If you go to your doctor and he says, okay, he needs a neck surgery in the future and therapy after the neck surgery, and then, it's more probably true than not that he'll recover and he'll be okay. So we go to the insurance company, we present a demand on that basis. Well, if you watch some of my other videos, you'll know that a surgery or treatment you actually received is perceived as higher value than a surgery that some doctor writes down that you might need in the future. Okay? And so that means you're going to get a lower offer, but the other problem is you are now accepting all the risk. You are the one taking all of the risk in your injury case. Because what if let's say you get $100,000 and you do the surgery, it's a $15,000, $20,000 surgery. Your case is over. You can't go back and get more. So what if you need two more $20,000 surgeries or $30,000 or $40,000 surgeries? Your whole injury case that you settled for $100,000 is gone, versus waiting until to see what the medical outcome is. Somebody who has three surgeries that are, let's say $20,000, $30,000 each, that's between $60,000, $90,000 in medical alone. And then we would settle a case after your surgery for much more. Probably get $300,000 for a case like that. So by taking the shortcut of trying to defer all of your treatment in the future, settling your case now, you're going to get far less money and you're taking all the risk. It could be that future medical care eats up your entire settlement, and then you really are in a bad shape. Let's even get more negative than that, because this can happen. Let's say you have the surgery, you don't get better. They give you multiple surgeries, you never get better. You can never return to work to do anything. You're completely disabled. Look, if you make $40,000 a year and you got 20 more years to work, that's $800,000. That's what is on the table for you to lose if you settle your case now for 100 grand or whatever it is, 150 grand. But if we would have waited and realized that this injury was going to cripple you where you couldn't work, it's $1 million case. So hopefully that helps you see why I think it is literally one of the worst ideas you could possibly do to settle a case, early on like that. It's actually one of the worst ideas ever. It's why I refuse to settle a lot of my cases until somebody's done treating, back at work for 3 months, or at least a month or two, right? Let's talk about non-surgical cases. It's just, oh, well, you know what? I know my body, my back is pretty messed up, but the doctor says 8 to 12 weeks of therapy and I'll be okay. Well, you know, I've been involved in over 100 cases where people end up doing multiple rounds of therapy and injections, and their back is never the same, where they got to change jobs or they can't do the same job anymore. So even cases, I get people who call me are like, no, it's a small case. I'm just going to handle it myself. Well, most of those people end up calling me back later after their case is screwed up and say, okay, now I want you to fix it for me. Well, way better to let me handle it at the beginning, because you're going to have way more stress. You'll have access to immediate answers, and we're going to be able to position the case for max value. But that's sort of not the point here. The idea is a back strain case with, let's say, 8 to 12 weeks of therapy. What are you going to get for something like that these days? Insurance companies are not throwing money around like it's free. You don't just call them up and say, I had 12 weeks of therapy, give me 100 grand. It doesn't work that way. On a small case with one round of therapy, if that's all you do, a lot of these insurance companies are going to start their offers at $5,000, and then they make you fight for every penny above it. But if you wait till the end of the case, when all of your treatment is done and you realize, yeah, I had 3 rounds of therapy, 3 injections, my medical bills are now $80,000, the case is going to settle for 100 or more, probably. If there's problems with the case, it reduces the value. But my point is, settling your case early on, or getting a doctor's note saying he needs 12 weeks of back rubs and he's going to be okay. He needs 12 weeks of electrical muscle stimulation and exercise and hot packs, and then he should be okay. And then you try to settle the case, the insurance company's going to offer you crap for that. You're going to get a couple $1,000s. And then what happens when you go and get the treatment and one round of treatment doesn't solve the problem? What if you have to quit your job? What if you end up with 80,000 in medical bills? Well, it's too late. The Reader's Digest to this is, once you settle the case, it's over. And when you settle a case before you are done getting your medical care, and you are either completely recovered or your doctor tells you you've plateaued and now it's just pain management that they can do for you, there's no way to fix you. That's the time you need a good, experienced attorney to evaluate the case and start settling it, because that's how you are protected and you get max value for the case. So anyway, I hope that made sense for you. Guys, I really appreciate your viewership and my subscribers and the reviews on Google and all the other positive comments, and also the ideas for videos that people are leaving in the comments. It makes shooting videos easier for me because I know what you want. So if you or anyone you know needs an injury lawyer, I am available. You can call me anytime, night or day. This number always gets answered. The number is 312 500 4500. It's 312 500 4500. Please do not leave comments in the comments section with your phone number asking me to call you. Okay? Easiest thing for you to do is just call 312 500 4500. That phone number gets answered all the time, night or day. by somebody trained by me. They email me and text me your info, and you get a call back. Okay? You can even tell my person on the phone what time you want to get called back. So that's the best way to reach me. Don't text message me or send me an email, or it's just better for you to call. And you're gonna I'm gonna I'll get your message with 100% certainty, and I'll get back to you quickly, or as quickly as I can. Okay. Obviously, if you have a case that requires representation, those are higher priority calls for me. If you already have a case settled, or you had an old case and you just want to shoot the breeze with me about your old case, that's going to be a lower priority call. If you already have a lawyer, and you just want me to tell you whether the offer your lawyer is telling you is fair or not, it puts me in a weird situation, because I don't have access to your file and I'm not your lawyer. You have to hire me, and then I'm your lawyer. And your lawyer might have a really good reason for why the value of your case is what it is, right? If you watch my videos on this channel, you know that I'm not a blow smoke up your backside kind of lawyer. There's a lot of things that can be wrong with a case that reduce its value. So please keep that in mind. But obviously, any kind of case or claim, if you need help or you have questions or you have somebody to refer to me, I'd really appreciate it. 312-500-4500. Well, what happens if you're not ready to call a lawyer, but you want custom information about your particular injury situation? Don't worry, I got you covered. I built 2 really cool tools. I'm getting amazing feedback on these tools. The links to these tools are in the description. They're free to use. One is called the Case Cash Calculator. It tells you whether like what the settlement value of your case might be. The other one is called the Good Case Calculator. It tells you whether you might have a good case or a case with some challenges, right? Cool thing is both of them are free, no obligation. Use them as many times as you want. Share them with friends, free to use, but they give you killer information about your situation in 20 seconds or less. So here's how it works. All you do is answer 7 multiple choice questions off the top of your head. 20 seconds or less, you have custom information about your particular situation. So check them out. Links in the description. I'm getting a ton of positive feedback, so I think people love them, and I think you'll find them useful too. Check them out. I've got over 300 injury videos on my channel now, all for you to search and enjoy and educate yourself. And that's the whole point, is I want injured people not to fall into dirty insurance company traps or miss deadlines. I want everybody to maximize the value of their injury, whether you end up being my client or not. So that's the name of the game here. Obviously, I would like you to become my client, because that's what I do for a living. That's how I make my money. I don't make any money off YouTube or any other way. I'm an injury lawyer. I represent people. So anyone you need who needs a lawyer, give me a call, 312-500-4500. Finally, if you appreciate the information in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, liking the video, and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. Finally, there's a quick, easy favor you can do for me that I would really appreciate, and it would be a favor I would never forget. I need as many 5-star reviews on Google, because people really read those reviews when they're deciding who to hire as their personal injury attorney. So if you would not mind leaving me a 5-star review on Google, I'm leaving a link in the description. All you do is go to that web address on your phone, tablet, or computer. Takes you right to the page. Click 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. Really, 5 or 10 seconds for you. Invaluable favor to me that I really appreciate. And what a nice way to say thank you for the videos and my book and my DVD and the injury cheat sheet and all the other goodies that I provide for free, so injured people know their rights. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, it would really help me out. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, we're still friends. Please feel free to watch my videos and share them. And as always, if there's anything I can do for you or your family, please give me a holler, okay? Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.